Well, hello everybody. It is 2021. Welcome to the Card Reading Friday. Let me just speak favor over everyone. This will be a year of great favor. We're back. The panel is here, and I trust everyone is in a good state of consciousness. Hello, panel. How is it going?
Well, like you say, what you're saying, if I was any better, I'd be guilty.
There you go. Exactly. I love it. I love it. uh, Amber, how was your New Year's? Uneventful?
Pretty uneventful, hanging out with some friends, and then came
Excellent.
home, and yeah, pretty uneventful.
Anything insightful did you get as you were coming into the new year?
Not necessarily insightful, but I have noticed, you know, like with the ringing in the ears and stuff. It's interesting because I'll be sitting there and I won't notice until the sound is gone that it was there. And it's like this static, like shh, and it's really loud, but I don't realize how loud it is until it stops. And right after it stops, I hear this ringing. So there's something going on. I don't know if it's from the towers or if it's just an energy shift, but yeah, I've been hearing that a lot lately. So that's not insightful. It's just an observation.
Well, I contend that we are actually in a shift. I think this one, as opposed to ones I've experienced in the past where they happen very suddenly, this one seems to be extenuating. It's like pulling taffy. You know that. Yeah. Nina, I see you up there. How are you doing? Happy
I'm good.
New Year. I don't know if happy is the right word. Joyous is, I think, more appropriate.
Well, it was a pretty good New Year's. Overall, I don't think anything bad happened in the world as far as I know. I haven't seen anything. So that's always good. We're all here. It's all, we survived. Yeah. And I got to say with the ringing thing, I've noticed the same thing. I don't notice it until after when it stops. And I'm like, oh, like, what was that? Like, it's, it's really intense. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, wow, that was loud. And I didn't even hear it until it stopped.
You don't realize it's almost like a pain, or you don't realize it was there until it's gone. And I'm like, oh, well, that's what it feels like to be normal, like, yeah. Yeah. So
anyone experiencing frequencies of deja vu?
I have those often, but nothing out of the normal for me right now.
Mine have been really intense. I mean, it's like,
really, eh?
What the hell is that? Speaking of deja vu, Steve, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. My energy's been overall optimistic. I don't get deja vu too much anymore. I still get lots of synchronicities, but the thing that's really started to kind of like click last couple of months in 2020 is that I usually didn't catch time portals like the 222s, the 1111s, things like that. I'm catching things like that now. And I don't know how long that's going to go, but, for the longest time, it wasn't like, unless somebody else brought it up, I wouldn't catch it, but now I'm catching it. So that's different.
Interesting. Yeah. Yesterday was a weird one for me. I kept seeing 1111, and then, the other very prominent is 333, followed by 444. It's like, okay. What, and it tells me that the spirit realm is really cranking up. I think we're going to see some interesting. I gave my predictions yesterday on the Steiger Perspective. Go back and check it out. And did you hear
I'll have to. I missed it. I was zooming with friends last night, but I'll have to watch that for sure.
Well, we'll see. I just kind of, from what I just got in my meditation sessions, I think it's going to be, I will say this, it's going to be rough, very rough for many financially. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's going to be rough. But this is the time to start changing your reality. This is the time to start changing that field, because the universe itself is not lacking anything. It's the damnable system that we have. So And I happen to believe, let me tell you, where I talked again, and where I'm going to do it on Monday, finishing up. We create servitors all the time. These cards prove that to me. The reading that you all give are so spot on. It tells me that there is something yet more here, which tells me that there are presences on the other side that are guiding this in these individuals' lives.
Yeah, about probably 2 weeks ago now, I was sitting outside and it was night and nice clear sky, and I'm like, talking like I always do to whatever it is that we talk to, communicating. And but I was like, I need, like, can I get some signs here? Like, can you just get, like, can you just give me something? Because right now things are just, give me some kind of hope. And within 10-minute time span, there was 4 falling stars. And I was like, whoa. So we're definitely, we are guided. We're not alone. Don't lose hope. Just,
Yeah. I think, as bad as it looks on one side, the universe will not allow the pendulum to swing one way without the opposing energy. And I tell everybody, you get on that opposing side of the energy, and baby, it's like, it's like that roller coaster where you feel it in your groin. Everyone go, that's what you're there for, That's the feeling you get because you're fortune, you're winning. You have circumstances coming your way when everyone else is struggling. You've got this field of abundance. All right.
Yeah. And even if you don't, like, what's wrong with keeping your energy high and staying positive? There's nothing, it's not going to hurt anyone. It's going to benefit you. And eventually you'll start seeing the physical manifestations of that. But even if things are going bad, it's okay to get yourself out of it mentally. You don't have to be stuck within whatever's going wrong in your life. That's where the shift starts to happen. You have to, overcome that.
I think it's the same thing that as I tell people, I've learned to be prosperous, and I've learned to be very, how shall we say, restrictive.
Yeah.
And Miss Jennifer, how are you? Happy joyous New Year to you.
Thank you. I've been listening to everybody, and the energies are intense, aren't they? So I've been dealing with that in my own way. So I just fire danced my way into the new year. I think the pendulum is really strong and real. The two extremes will be seen in their extremes, and it's finding your balancing point between those extremes. So yeah, it's interesting. The movie begins.
And the movie begins. By the way, I just want to say this, and Steve, because you and I, the ladies look absolutely fabulous. I mean, I got to tell you what, y'all are just a boost to the ego in general. So thank you, ladies. And Steve, I just consider it's a bonus that you and I are along for the ride. So I just wanted to say that. Yeah, I mean, seriously, I get a comments on that. Some person wrote and said, you have one of the most attractive panelists that they had seen. And I said, I didn't arrange it. I didn't
That's
even
really sweet.
Yeah, so there you go, ladies. That's all I can say. This is the first day of the new year. I can't think of a better way of doing it. And I think how we'll start it today, Amber, you're going to be number 1. All right.
Okay.
All right. Steve, I'm going to make you number 2.
All right.
Nina, you will be number 3. And Miss Jenny, you are going to be number 4.
Life path number.
See, I think it is too. And it works so easy for my system as well. Now, going into the batter's box, number 2.
I'm 11. That's my life path number.
11. Excellent. Excellent. Well, you know, with the new year, things really begin to really focus in for this is supposed to, and I'll just tell you this person whom maybe y'all did know or did not know, Heidi Vandenberg. Do y'all remember Heidi?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, she did a reading for me almost 3.5 years ago. And what she has said, every bit of it is coming, every bit of it. I mean, yeah. So rock and
Yeah,
roll
she's really
21.
good at that.
Yeah, she has that Veda astrology down in a way that blows me away. See, Grammy Quilter. Let me put that down. So, how we do this is that everyone should have had a number, and Nina, I'll let you kick it off because we do the 1, 2, 3 pull. So you have it.
All right. Well, Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you guys had a good night last night and got some sleep. I know I had a hard time sleeping. The energy is quite intense right now, but hey, we're all here and we survived and we're going to keep going. So I hope you guys have had a chance to sit back, relax, take a moment and meditate on the numbers 1, 2, or 3 while you're thinking of a question. I've already picked out the cards. They're all ready to go. So I'm assuming that you guys are as well. If you are interested in a private reading, all our links are down below. And don't forget to like and share this video so that we can spread some love around. And I'm just going to get right into the message here. So for number ones, if you pick number 1 this week, also comment your number as well so we can kind of see the trend of the week here. If you pick number 1 and you had a question, they're saying to listen to your intuition. Okay, which tells me that you probably already know the answer, but you're kind of looking for a confirmation. This card keeps coming up as well. The guides are reminding you that death is an illusion. Okay, we don't actually die, like we carry on. The crystal angel is lapis lazuli. Life-changing epiphany or experience. It's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way, whatever God means to you. So it seems like, yeah, there's a time of change, and I guess being the new year and everything, a lot of people are trying to make some changes, positive changes. So it looks like there is some changes coming up for you, okay? But whatever your question was, to make sure you listen to your intuition, okay? Because you already know the answer to this. And just remember that death is an illusion, okay? Not to worry about that, okay? So I hope that resonates for number ones. If it does, give us some feedback here. So for number twos, if you had a question, they're saying not this time. Or what does it say? Not the time, not the right time. Yeah, not the right time. It's not the right time for whatever it is that your question is or whatever it is that you're wondering about. Again, though, the guides are reminding us to trust your intuition. That seems to be a strong message here for this week, okay? Trust your own intuition there. The crystal angel is fluorites, natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself, as God made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. So that is a good message. Don't forget that, okay? You know, a lot of us, you know, can have a lot of sort of self-doubts or a negative talk towards ourselves, okay? You know, trying to be something that we're not, okay? So they're basically saying to just be yourself, okay, as you are, you know, naturally lovable inside and out, okay? So don't be so hard on yourself. And trust your intuition, okay? Because you know the answer. And whatever it is your question was, this may not be the right time. So you might want to take a look, okay? Take a step back and look at this again and again. Trust your intuition with that. Okay, so I hope that resonates for number twos. Then we're going to move right over to number 3 here. So number 3, if you had a question, they're saying recovery. So this could be a recovery of whatever it is that your question is. It could also be a time for you to recover as well, a time to recharge and, you know, recover physically. The guides are reminding you that everyone has value, and that includes you. Okay, so don't forget that. The crystal angel is Sharite. Spiritual protection. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. So if that was something that you were worried about, this is a sign that you are being protected. Okay, there are guides and angels around you. You just have to talk to them, communicate with them, and they will communicate back. And if there has been some self-doubts and whatever negative talk, just remember that you have value. Okay, and recovery. So I have a feeling that this is more of a physical recovery, maybe time to take some time off, to recharge, relax, and take it easy. Unless your question had something to do with recovery, I'll leave that up to you. That's how this would fit in with your life. Okay, so I hope that resonates for everyone, and yeah, I think that's it for this week. So
That was
Thank
good.
you.
I was getting chills the entire time, like massive chills. So there's
Really?
definitely a powerful message in that for sure.
Thank you, Nina.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that resonates. Cool.
I've got so many people from all over. Cheryl from Massachusetts, and all right. So here's how we're going to go. Amber, you have Rance Minor, who actually, by the way, Rance sent me an email. I think it was like Tuesday. So Rance, you are at the top. Steve, Gaia, Nina, Bernadette, Jenny, Gunyon, and then we have the next set already. So Miss Amber, you have the floor, my dear.
Okay, so I hope everybody is doing good. Happy New Year again. Let's keep the vibes high. So, ooh, that popped right out. All right, so we've got 9 of Wands, the Chariot, and Traitor. So what I'm seeing here is that it looks like things are, it's like you have everything that you need right now. There's still work to be done, but you have choices with the Chariot. Just remember, like we've been talking about, is it's all about what you're putting out. You know, we are energetic beings on a very, very real level, and it does affect everything around us, like the ocean, you know, a drop in the ocean. And I mean, it doesn't seem like that drop would be very effective, but it's much more powerful than that. And so, you know, just focus on raising your vibes and allowing what you already have to work for you. Exchange energy and create abundance. That's what the Traitor is. So it's all about what the energy that you're putting out. And yeah, so just, you know, work on staying in the middle line and not going like manic in any direction, whether it be, you know, positive, like, woo, life is great, because that, like we were talking about, the pendulum always swings. So it's really important just to stay neutral and stay focused on just raising your vibes, because you really have all that you need, and it's already there for you. Even if it's not physically, it's there waiting for you. So just be the Chariot, be wise, and you know, keep your vibes high and stay focused on just being happy and neutral, you know. Hopefully that made some sense.
Excellent. Let us know. You know, one of the things, Amber, as you were talking, we all as kids remember the teeter-totters.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way those things really work is that if you're in the middle. Because if you're out in the end, your butt's going to get hit one way or the other. So I learned at a very early age, it's like, that middle part is important.
It is. I mean, it's nice to feel like what I've been taught is like, say you accomplish something that you've been working on, like graduation or something like that. It's good to, you know, appreciate it, have fun, celebrate it, but it's also good to let it go, you know, because when you hold on to things, it does keep you bound. So it's very important to like learn how to let things go and not hold on to even your accomplishments. You know, the middle ground is really what we want to focus on.
What did Madonna sing back in the 90s? What have you done for me lately?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Amber.
Madonna's a witch.
Yeah, I think she actually really is. Isn't she? Yeah, I think she's actually said that. So is Stevie Nicks. All right, so we'll quit hogging the time here. All right, Steve,
Sorry.
we apologize. You have Gaia.
Okay.
Shut up.
As I understand it, Stevie Nicks is kind of a, you know, Wicca, and Madonna's like is practicing Kabbalah.
Kabbalah.
That's what I understand. You know,
when I say witch, I mean I'm talking about the dark magic. I think.
Yeah, we're talking about the actual atypical witch hammer from like the Dark Ages classified witch, which was all a Catholic psyop anyway. So the general reading for everybody is we've got the wood elemental. So the wood elemental is for us today: growth, connection, support, and renewal. Growth, connection, support, and renewal. The astrology dice that I picked up are emphases on the fourth house. We just recently had a full moon in Cancer, so that's fourth house like energy. We have Mars, so the assertion of our passions, our will, the libido, and look at that, Aquarius in the age of Aquarius. All right, as I said, Happy New Year. Have a favored New Year. All right, so for who's first?
BOSTO.
Who's first again?
Gaia.
Gaia. All right, Gaia. Gaia, you've got the Hierophant today. You've got the Hierophant. So, for you, you're working off of that kind of like that worldly wisdom, moving into 2021. You're setting a new trend for the way things are done around here. New sheriff in town, if you will. You're gonna be balancing things out in a way that's very satisfying. This is Wunjo, it was joy. Your work in this hierophantic duty is getting things to work out in everyone's favor.
Deal. There's a theme going on here today, man. I mean, it's coming through loud. Thank you, Steve.
Welcome.
Nina, you have Bernadette.
All right, Bernadette. So we got listen. So it says you have to be willing to listen if you want to really understand someone. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not just what's being said, but what lies beneath the words. So hopefully that resonates for you there.
Deep words. I was just thinking on something. Yeah. Thank you, Nina. Jenny, you have Ganyan.
Okay, Gunyan, you have the Six of echo there. You've got the Six of Pentacles. So you see here, they're all working together. There's coins being built up. What came up for you also, though, is the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. And so there's this new beginning, there's this new start from a place of generosity, and where maybe you've been too generous in the past and maybe have given to what you could deem as, because you haven't gotten it back in any form, the wrong sources. There's something about the energy that's coming through now that you've, time's gone around, the circle's gone around, the cycle's gone around the wheel, and there's certain debts maybe being paid back to you by surprise, certain things coming back to you. The generosity that you've shown over the years isn't wasted, and it's sort of this relief from a place that you weren't expecting relief. And this is the universal energy supporting you, in that your old actions of maybe people accusing you of being too kind or too soft in the past have actually, they're coming to the fore, and this universal energy bringing it forward to you to give it back and more. And so I speak intent into that for you, absolutely. But there's something about from a source that you are least expecting ever to be paid back from. It comes from that source, and you can build on that also. So, and that's through your spirit, your generosity that you've shown in the past.
Powerful, Jenny. The thing that that I came to me very strong, and this is for somebody. Many of us, because we are generous and give, there are hidden harvests that have yet to be brought in. And many times deception comes in, making you think that you have lack, when you don't realize is that you have this abundant harvest. And some of these harvests are decades old.
Yeah, they're maturing like cheese and wine. It's maturing into something that's so much more full-bodied and bountiful.
I had a woman who had a near-death experience, and she said when she died, one of the things that she saw about her life were that she had these warehouses full of treasures, is what she said. And her guide said, these are the harvesters that you never made claim to.
Wow, oh my goodness, I can't believe you've just said that, because I've been going through some difficulties, and I'm not taking up the time, but just to clarify that even more for Gunyan, in that forces that have been adversary for no reason other than externalizing their own stuff, and I can take it, that's fine. But there's a certain something about me and my given nature that I'm not as good about claiming it back, and claiming it not back from the source I give it to, absolutely not, but just claiming what is mine already. And so my mum had a real talk with me this weekend, coming up, coming up to the end of the week. She had a real talk with me again. I've been on some stern tellings off lately, in a loving way, to say you're not laying claim again, Jenny. You're not laying claim to what is your very rich and full-bodied heritage, So and what's yours to have. So that's something for Gunyan too, maybe as well, to say that just know that this was already yours when it comes in, and to feel no guilt, no thanks, just be balanced about it and know that it was yours, that there's no question.
Thank you, Anna. And I interrupted. I know I did, but hey, listen, this is how it flows. We let
I was feeling the Seven of Cups reversed as an expression of that conversation.
That's what would that imply?
Well, because the vision was of all of these unchosen gifts or opportunities or whatnot. The Seven of Cups. That's the thing. That's the one where you see the man, his back's turned to the reader of the card, and then there's the presentation of the seven gifts in the chalices in the clouds.
Yes.
And so because that's supposed to be about things, that's about us making like emotional decisions, if you will, and so with the reverse there, it's being that it's that indecisive nature, missing that opportunity at unlocking something from a divine gift, if you will.
Thank you, Steve.
I love this, folks. Y'all are the best, I have to say, panel. What a gifted group. All right. The next round, Amber, you have Isby 3. Steve, you will have Michelle D. Nina, you will have Susie Smith. And Jenny, you will have David Castle.
Okay. Hi, Isby. Oh, geez. Let's just pull these ones. Okay. All right. So there's something that's been in your mind that you're feeling torn. It's keeping you so locked up in your mind that you're blinded to what is actually going on. Maybe feeling like you're not getting the support that you need with the Six of Wands. It could be just this idea in your mind that you're not getting the support, or you because you have the swords here. And then we have Queen of Swords reversed. So it's like you might be feeling kind of lost right now, and just over analyzing things. And it may be because of a child. So I've got a lot of reversals here. With the Knight of Wands, it could be a teenager, or, maybe you're not getting help around the house, or maybe you're worried about school, or maybe a coworker, just over analyzing things. And we have the Chariot reverse. So it's like the energy that you're holding on to is creating more of that. And I think it's within you. It's like you're just focusing on a couple different things that's just making you off balance. So just know that, sometimes even if it has to do with someone else, like just even if they annoy you, or even if they're just ideas in your head, love it, send it love. And even if you don't feel it, fake it until you make it type thing. Because all that you have to do is have like this thought of sending something love and healing energy, because they'll vibe that. And it's not, you don't have to say anything to them or anything. You just, even send your mind the love, like, focus on something that you really love, and then push it toward whatever it is that this energy is coming from, so that it starts to shift. People will shift. You can have an enemy, and if you internally, even if you don't believe it, you say, I love you, like they will start treating you better, so whatever this is, even if it's your own mind, start sending it love, and things will start shifting. Okay.
Powerful stuff, folks. As I used to say when I was in my church, dig a little deeper into your pockets, make a donation. Thank you, Amber. Great stuff. Steve, you have Michelle D.
Michelle. All right, Michelle. Michelle, we've got for you the Nine of Pentacles. So you're in a healthy place of abundance. You're in a very healthy place of abundance, and you're enjoying it. You've about to come to a completion of that wealth cycle. And there's within that process we've got Ingwaj here. So everything is in development. This wealth that you're sitting on, it's meant to be transformed. You're meant to bring it through a process to turn it into something that serves a greater good.
I love that. By the way, I can't help it. Locke is, I'm telling you, he hears what's going on.
Yeah. For the
Yeah.
most part.
I think so. You could see his
present.
Love the dude, man. Thank you, Steve. Michelle, let us know. Nina, you have Susie Smith and then Jenny David Castle.
All right, Susie. So we got be proud. And I think this card kind of goes with what we were talking about earlier here. It's time to celebrate all that you have achieved, all that you are, and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it is important to stop and acknowledge what you have achieved and to be proud. And I think that kind of goes for everyone. Like, we're so busy going to the next goal, going to the next project, whatever. We don't take the time to sort of sit back and be proud of what we've done, all the things we've achieved, So yeah, I think that's important to stop and do that, and not be in such a rush to get to the next thing. So yeah, be proud.
Yeah. You know what's so hard for people to sometimes admit to? Calling themselves a god. Very difficult for most people. In fact, most people I know, you can't sit there and meditate and call yourself a god. It's very difficult.
Or goddess, whatever, right?
Whatever, exactly, whatever the gender. Excuse me, ladies. It's not like we got a freaking panel here of, just, yeah. Okay.
You're outnumbered, yeah.
I think God's
I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
It's been made into a masculine word, though, hasn't it? And I don't think God ever would be. From all the ancient teachings, it's both, So if God encapsulates that word, I claim it just as much as
I was
men.
creating a servitor and I couldn't get the image, and so just started focusing in, and I thought it was going to be more of masculine, and it was feminine, and anyway, so yeah.
People are far too concerned because you see everybody's idea of God in their head is something from the Abrahamic expression. So you say that, and that you can't say that because then they have to think about all of the human psychopath qualities of their God. It's just like, no, you can't be a psychopath. Only Yahweh can be a psychopath. He's the only one that's allowed to, because he's the Lord.
Can I share something with the panel and the audience? One of the things I'm going to be bringing out on Monday on my show is the fact that all of us have what we call consciousness, but we also have these what we call personalities. And the interesting thing about personalities is that they are, in their very essence, servitors of the consciousness.
Wow, knocking it out of the park, Wayne Steiger.
Boom, baby.
Boom. Nice one.
All right, hon. Jenny, you got the show. David Castle.
Okay, David. Well, okay. So we've got the page of cups for you, David. And so there's something of a surprise coming up for you, in particular, very spiritually. Very much spiritually, regarding an acknowledgement of self, regarding another layer of self that has either been before or is another layer of self that you have just brewing and you've been creating in this lifetime. But it comes out of the blue. It's sort of a little bit like what Wayne's just done and knocking it out of the park. You get you get this surprise, like the fish coming out of the cup, and it really stirs your waters. You might get a bit emotional when that surprise comes up. You may need to release some water, through some tears, not sad tears, just tears of, the cup overfloweth, you know, so your body overfloweth kind of thing. Just that overwhelming experience when something just all of a sudden makes sense, and you can have a certain peace and knowing and inner standing about something. It brings you into alignment, and it sets you off on a journey, because the Fool card popped out also, and I'll not go on about the Fool card, but basically it's going to send you off on a totally different direction that is really fulfilling in this reality, in your physical reality also. And people will get a surprise also at the leveling up that you've done overnight.
Far out. We know, David. Let us know, David. Thank you, Jenny. All right, so the next round, Amber, Deborah Truex, Steve, Raven, Nina, Peter West, and then Jenny, Blue Angel.
All right, let's see what we have here, Deborah. All right, so we have Queen of Wands reversed. Got this beautiful lioness here. And so maybe this is saying that you're recovering from something possibly, or that you're needing to rest. Let's see what we have with this deck here, because only one popped out. So that's what that is for me. You're possibly sacrificing some of your energy or time and not getting the proper rest that you need. So, you know, you might have things going on in your life that you're having to focus on with other people and stuff like that. So just take time for yourself, and you know, because you are the most important thing in your life, you know, and because without you, no one else is going to be able to, you know, feed off that, if that makes sense. So just like we were talking with the cups, just fill your cups. You know, don't work too hard trying to please everyone else, and just take time for yourself and appreciate what you are.
Ministers to a lot of people, not just Deborah. Thank you, Amber. Steve, Raven, then Nina, Peter West, and then Jenny again, Blue Angel.
Raven, we have the 8 of Vessels for you, the Rebirth. I really dig this card because the way it works with those 8 of Vessels. You've got the you've got 3 that pours into the one larger cauldron, and then that overflows into the 4 smaller cauldrons, which then overflows into it's basically the head of the river, this lake bed, if you will. And I've interpreted that as you've got these emotional connections to the Norns, as I've talked about in my practice, with the past, the present, and the future. So it's your emotional connection to past, present, the future that fills into your 5th element, the ether. That's the big cauldron. And then the 4 below is how that emotion fills into the 4 other elements, the fire, earth, air, and water. And then you pour that to create the flow of the stream, if you will. And Ingwaj has popped up again. So this rebirth is you're still right in the middle of the process. So you may be feeling a bit overwhelmed with your emotions. Just let what's overwhelming overflow. You're making room, because this displacement of the water is very important. You don't want your water to stagnate. Stagnant water is not fresh.
You know, I like just sitting here because you know I'm kind of person like I figure I'm just at this buffet and this smorgasbord's before me, and as y'all are giving the greetings, I'm just trying to do is say, you know, I need that. I can take that. Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
Good stuff. Nina, you have Peter.
All right, Peter, we got let go. So it says, once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only the best intentions at heart and will do everything in our power to protect you. Okay, so whatever's going on, Peter, to let go of the outcome. Okay, and just trust that spirit has your back. So, yeah.
Getting a lot of that. Let go.
Mm-hmm.
New year, let go. Thank you, Nina. Jenny, you have Miss Blue Angel. I
Okay.
think Miss.
Yeah, I think so.
Let me just
So-
stop. Blue Angel.
Yeah, Blue. So we've got the 10 of coins for you. So this is abundance, alignment, balance in your divine feminine, divine masculine that is represented in the ongoings and deeds that you're doing in your reality. You see you've got the black tree and the white tree in the background here, surrounding the pentacles, and then a pentacle each connecting in the middle. And you have that Taurus bull-like dragon in the middle. That's the earth, that's the divine mother, actually. And so you're creating something through your divine feminine that is due to the fact that you've been working hard to balance out your divine masculine and divine feminine on the inside. It's starting to build. It's being built on the outside, although you haven't seen it yet. The Ace of Wands jumped out in reverse for you quickly on the bottom of the deck, and this is where some plans aren't going to go to plan. You're finding yourself hitting where the energy's there, the energy, the universal energy is there to support you. There's still a little bit more inner work to be doing to really just put the last brick or the top of the pyramid back on in your physical field for you to see the dividends of what's going on inside. But the work that you're doing on the inside is going to actually work a lot quicker, a lot faster, and a lot more productive than you'd going against yourself and trying to act too quickly and create your plans on the outside to create this 10 of Pentacles, this abundance. So it's there. It just like we were talking about at the start of all of this reading, it's there for you. Claim it. But there's something within that you need to release, heal, or work through in order to be able to be comfortable enough to claim it and know that it's yours. It's no good claiming it and having this niggle in the background of I don't really deserve it, or I haven't really worked hard enough for it, or my hands aren't dry enough because I haven't worked that hard for it, it just happened, or it's not mine to have it, it was just a gift, or it was a win. Well, you only get those wins when you're on the inside, you're balancing out, there's something projecting from the inside that's working. So give yourself, so there's something to look for still on the inside, but you're doing it, you're working through it, and you're doing really well, and you're building a huge abundance for your physical reality. You're going to rock 21.
Interesting. Jen, as you were talking, the thing that gets me is that we're indoctrinated in this realm, in this reality, that you have to work for what you consume, what you need.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really the ultimate of the enslavement mentality.
Well, it is, because the people at the top have built the systems that we are like their toppers. We go out and slave away and do all the work for them. They actually do very little work.
Very little.
And they expect and they know that it's theirs because, they just, so it happens. They get it. They've got their abundance. And so it's to reverse that energy and claim it back.
Bingo. There is a theme going on here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Jenny.
You're welcome.
Amber, you have Spirited Woman Colorado. Then Steve, you will have Wendy. Nina, you will have Scotty Boy. And Jenny, you will have Marla Jones.
Can you you tell me the name of my person again, please?
Yes, Spirited Woman, Colorado.
All right.
Love the energy in today. It is just fabulous here.
Oh, this is a good card. Where did the other one go? All
It's
right,
like, you know,
Spirited.
you're out in the snow and you're in a hot tub, you know? See?
Oh, yeah, I love that. That's
Yeah.
really nice.
Mm.
You just took me there. Thank you.
Yeah, you know, with a, you know, we'd have to have a good Marlowe, you know,
Oh, yeah.
little
Of course.
brie on the side. All right. Anybody there with me? Come on, Nina, smile.
I'm here. I was just muted.
I mean, come on in, you know.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. Jenny, you look fabulous with your outfit there. It's just a very good look for you.
Oh, thank you. A little bit of sweet chili as well with that brie.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you.
I'm getting hungry here.
Oh, shut up, Amber. You got the floor.
All right, Spirited Woman. I'm going to call you that. So we have Queen of Pentacles. It's a beautiful card here. So, you know, basking in the joys of life, you know, it is a theme, right? It's like just enjoying, you know, what you have, you know, this little pig's in the mud, happy, and everything's good. Stop and smell the flowers. Now is the time to integrate all that I have gathered. So integrate all of that. Feel that feeling of relaxation and whatever it is, the energy that you're looking for. I mean, it looks like just abundance, you know, and if you're not feeling that right now, which I don't know, I feel like you are feeling that because these are such beautiful, this is a great read. But if you're not feeling that, then you should, because everything is good. You know, you're here right now, you know, with focus and intention, I can shape energy in any direction. So, you know, if you ever get into your head, this goes for everyone too. Like if you ever start getting into your head and stuff, what you want to start practicing, it's a practice out of many different practices, is just now. Like just keep saying it now. Like you pull yourself back down, you know, and enjoy being here now, because everything is abundant for you. And once you're in the now, then you can start to create what it is that you want, or just appreciate what you have already. So this is kind of a cool little reading. So there you go.
Excellent. Well, Spirited Woman, I tell you, I thought I had you on your list, but Destiny was saying you were on the list. That's all I got to say. She said, I wasn't on the list. Well, actually, Destiny said you were. So,
well, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe it's from last week, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Could be.
By the way, I like those cards, Amber. Those are really descriptive. Okay, Steve, Wendy, Nina, then Scotty Boy, and then Marla Jones, Jenny.
Wendy. All right. Wendy, so we've got here a 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands. So conflict. Your desires are conflicting with other people's desires, and so there's lots of resistance going through this process, and we've got Tiwaj reversed. So this conflict may be coming from the place that you may be wrong about something. Okay. The way we reconcile Tiwaj reversed is through the energies of Laguj. And so that's deep emotional energy. So, you know, you want to dive into really what's at the bottom of your passions here. You know, like it's practically an unconscious kind of energy force. And you want to look back and deep down to that root to make sure that you're well adjusted to be facing your true north.
Moral compass. That's what come to my mind when you said that.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that. Anyway, thank you, Steve. Nina, Scotty boy.
All right, Scotty, we got dream talk. So it says, your subconsciousness constantly and subtly speaks through your dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in the spirit world can reach out and communicate with you through signs, symbols, messages, and more. So like talking about the synchronicities, the numbers, animals are coming to you, like all these things are signs, you know. And if you don't remember your dreams, try to maybe do a dream journal, write down as soon as you wake up, actually. Think about what you were just dreaming, dart it down, because quite often we'll forget it, like within seconds of getting up, we'll forget. So they are trying to communicate with you there, Scotty, so pay attention. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm going, okay, Scotty. Thank you, Nina. Listen, we call it like we see it, right? I mean,
yeah, that's the way I do it.
I mean, it's like sometimes you just got to bite the sandwich and just swallow. Okay. Jenny, Marla Jones, and then Amber, you have Bonnie, and then Steve, you will have Ellen, and then Nina, you will next will be Lavera. By the way, I think we're going to get through the whole list, folks.
Hey.
Cool.
And that energy flow and stop and talk in between. That's awesome. So we've got the for Marla, we've got the Knave of Pentacles. So it's like the Page of Pentacles. So that's it. It's in reverse. So the right way up, just so you can see the image, Marla, is this lady looking at strategy, at it's pentacles, it's the physical, it's the reality, it's the money, it's the way of plotting a path forward. It's a messenger, so it's going forward on a journey to do something, but it's in reverse. And so there's this almost you're feeling a bit weighed down with this disorder, with the lack of routine that you used to have, with so much time. You've got so much time on your hands because of circumstances, but so much time has meant so little routine, which actually means you get less done in so much more time. There's the lack of structure, and that feels like it's really hit you. But there's been numerous deaths in your life during the whole of 2020, and that's the death card on the bottom of the deck there. And there's been numerous deaths in belief systems. You've shed a lot, you've transitioned a lot, and it's almost like you're trying to find your feet now as to, so where do you go with this new you, this weightless you? You've shed so much, but the routine hasn't, the new routine with your new knowings hasn't manifested yet. And so there's also this rebellious streak. So I don't know if you're dealing with a really rebellious youngster, and or you are feeding off a really rebellious youngster, and they are you, in that energy is lit in the home right now, and the lack of routine isn't helping that either. And there's a need for that coming into 2021. You're preparing yourself to look outside of the box, to strategize outside of the box for the path forward, to create your sustainability in your reality. But it's sort of like you're finding your feet, and this rebelliousness, however it's manifesting in your life, it'll pass. It's just finding its place. It's finding, it's a little bit like when a teenager starts getting hit with hormones, and they just start, they're up and they're down, they're screaming, they're crying, then they love you, then they hate you. And it's like the whirlwind of emotions that they go through just when you say, could you pick that up, please? It's like, it's watching a Tasmanian devil go go crazy. And so it will settle. You just finding your feet, but it is a necessary energy. It is actually going to help you going forward to think outside the box and look at other options.
You know, teenagers by definition aren't human.
I agree. I agree.
Just saying.
I think William is very progressed and he's coming into it at 11. It's like, whew.
Woo. Of course, none of us were that way. Of course, you know.
Never.
I didn't feel human at all when I was a teenager. I just felt like an alien. Sometimes I still do, but wow, I'm so glad I'm out of that stage.
I definitely felt like you know, like Superman with a low dosage of kryptonite every day. You know, that's how I felt.
I felt like Superman. I was throwing myself off buildings trying to fly. And
There you go.
Remember, like a person doesn't have a fully developed prefrontal cortex until about 26, they say, which is one of the things that they understand when they're manipulating the youth to do the things that they've been doing for the last couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just realized when you said that that's just a few years away from the end of Saturn return. So, you know, because everyone goes through a Saturn return every 29 years.
Yeah.
And it's really tough. The Saturn returns, man, those will knock you on your butt. And so it's interesting to hear, you know, to kind of put it together. Like that's when our brain starts to actually fully develop. So
every 21 years, really?
I think it's 29.
29. I thought it took Saturn 227 years to orbit. No, am I crazy?
I don't know. All I know
zodiac
is
wheel?
that all I know is that it's like a Saturn return. It goes every 29 years. That's all I know. So
okay, whatever that cycle is. Well, there you go.
Yeah, somebody look it up.
The north node return is the most significant. That's every 18 years your north node has a return, and you're supposed to hit milestones at 1836 and 54, etc.
I'm just for the ride.
My Rahu's in my 10th house.
I know what that
it's
means.
It's in my 10th in tropical as well.
All right, Regina, you all right? Everyone's being patient here. Okay. Let's do Amber. You have SJW. Steve, you will have Beloved Abstract. Nina, you will have Project Skyfall, and then Jenny, you will have Cat, K-A-T.
So I
Amber?
have SJW right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. For some reason, I thought Bonnie.
Actually, you do.
We missed one.
I just we'll get these folks. Don't worry, we got plenty of time. So
I'm doing SJW.
Yeah, you're good. Let's just go with that little block.
Okay. All right. Well, I thought I was pulling for Bonnie.
Okay. Well, you know, we can't do that. So let's stay with Bonnie then. It will be Bonnie.
Okay, because I this is kind of like a powerful reading, so I wanted to give it to her.
You see, that's how we work. So it'll be Bonnie, Ellen, Nina Lavera, and then Jenny, you will have Big Owl. And then we know what the next group will be.
Okay, Bonnie. So what I got here is Queen of Pentacles reversed, the Moon, Seven of Swords, and Justice. So what I think is, what I see here is that you've been working really tirelessly either on your spirituality, your wisdom, trying to come into yourself, come to terms with something. It could even be that you're learning something new. Maybe you're taking classes, quite possibly even a divorce, like learning things about like the papers. And so there's something going on that there's like this wisdom and this knowledge that's being accumulated right now. And you're starting to use it at your benefit. And it's because it's like it's because you're seeking some type of justice. Like you're learning all this stuff so that you can like have justice. Then that could mean, you know, finding your soul, figuring out who you are. But it could even be, like I said, something to do with law or something to do with school. So there's wisdom that's being accumulated, and you're like balls to the wall, you know, you're in it, you're doing it. So whatever that is, just keep on doing it, because it's working out for you, you know, and just keep your head, you know, keep your head poked out of the hole. Don't retreat, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. And that's it.
Wow. Bonnie, let us know. Tense. Thank you. Thank you, Amber.
You're welcome.
Steve, Ellen. Is Steve on mute?
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Ellen, hi there. All right. I barely said a word, but it was good you caught the mute there. All right. Bum bum bum, the devil. All right. Okay, so yeah, you're in the midst of those indulgences that we all go through, right? You know, all of those kind of taboos and the things that we chase after to experience and to grow, but also have their curses attached to them. And let's see here. And we've got Wunjo reversed. So you may be in a very, very unhappy state right now, because you might not be able to afford the devil's due, if you will. So that may be a clue that it's time to get out of the devil's tower, because of course the tower is what proceeds this step in the process. And to get through that, you are looking for you came to the devil because you had a question. Okay. Wunjo reversed is satisfied and directed through the energies of Ansuj. So that is you're looking for that answer from the devil, and you need to be very, very careful, because you could be getting Ansuj reversed out of such a figure who has an interest in you keeping those willful shackles upon you. So use a strong amount of discernment, and you're going to find the message, you're going to find the answer that satisfies what you're looking for. So that satisfactory is your Wunjo, and then you can get out of the devil's tower before the lightning strikes.
Okay. That one was intense. Wow. All right. Thank you, Stan. I don't think I've ever seen that card before. Nina
Really? Devil hasn't popped up? Wow.
I haven't seen him before, but who knows? You know, he's all around. She's all around. She's the devil in disguise. All right. So Nina Lavera, and then Jenny. I know Big Al is not in here, but I did see him in here earlier. So I think you always get Big Al, Jenny. I don't know why.
All right, I guess I'm up, yeah. So we got intuitive nudges. So no devil card here. We got intuition. It's the language of the soul. We are all born and aware of profound sense of inner knowing. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts we possess, which keeps us connected to our higher selves, the universe, and to our divine spirits. So again, it kind of goes with that other card that I pulled there, you know, to pay attention. And also with the other cards we had here too, trusting your intuition, using your intuition, and paying attention to the intuitive nudges that you're getting there. So yeah, I hope that resonates for you.
Lots of intuition.
Yeah.
Yeah, seen it everywhere. Jenny, all right, Big Al, and then Amber will do SJW. Steve, you'll have Beloved Abstract. Nina, you'll have Project Skyfall, and then we'll wrap it up with Cat. And then we have one other group. We'll get this done today. Yeah, cool. All right.
So we've got the Seven of Cups. So that came up earlier when Steve said he thought of that when we were reading something else. So you can see actually from Steve's description of it, the Seven of Cups with all of these different weird and wonderful things that are being conjured up, and the guys sort of looking, not knowing which one to go for, which way to go, how to process it all, and maybe trying to do it all at once as well, because they can't just focus on one first and then let it roll out and let the next affect the next. And so there's this energy of wanting to get everything done all of the time real quick, and being at the driving seat of it all, that you get the job done best, so you're just not going to delegate it out at all. You're going to, these projects that you have in your mind, Al, these ideas, these things that you've got that could really work, you want to get it all done all at once. Now what came out for you is the opposite of any of that. That's all really interesting, but then the Ace of Cups goes and drops out of the other deck here. So we've got the Ace of Cups there, the Two of Cups, and I'll be super quick, I promise. The Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and then the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the other deck. This is full alignment and family matters. I don't know if you're already in a relationship or if you weren't even looking for a relationship, if you're not, but damn, this is soulmate energy with that Two of Cups as well, and bringing that Ten of Cups in, this perfect alignment with a new beginning. And even if you are in a relationship already, Al, something happens. Either you're not in a relationship and you meet somebody completely out of the blue while you're looking in the complete other direction, or, which is what I feel, which is no disrespect to anybody that you may be with. I don't feel that you are, but if you are, it would be no disrespect, because this is a complete rewrite, newness, new level, going into a soulmate type connection where you truly have somebody to bounce off, to feel from. Now, this person that you meet, or there's new children involved. It's like all of a sudden your family life expands through this connection, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Or you may be making just, again, fuller connections with children that are already around. So that be that, but you'll get a surprise. You'll not see it coming because you're too distracted with everything you've got to get done all of the time, all of the projects, all of the ideas, all of the things, and bang, this person just comes in, from the left, and everything unrolls from there in the most beautiful spiral ever.
Well, Al.
I was gonna say,
What's he been up to?
I'm sitting here going,
Has he got
Hopefully
a
his wife's
partner?
not listening to this.
Well, has he got a wife?
yes.
Yes, it does.
That would mean just with this, it's a total newness. It's like they've both got this, it's like a totally different relationship. There's something huge, that there's just this new depth of connection then that creates this whole new spiral. And so, I think maybe that if that's the case, maybe his wife's doing quite a lot of leveling up without him noticing. He's so busy, emotionally. She's renewing herself then and coming in from the left like a total new power.
There is some insights on this. Yes.
Sorry, I'll give you secrets.
I love this group. Jenny, that was spot on. Al, let us know, because I actually see it from a position, because I know Al, that I'm thinking, yeah, and it's not the negative that I know some people may interpret it. It's not that at all.
Oh, no, because I kept saying, I don't know if he's in a relationship, but if he is, it's going to be a completely different relationship, because everybody levels up through their life. So if you can be in a relationship and then again, maybe people, you know, get busy, life gets busy, but then these two souls are working to connect again, and it takes a little while for the physical to catch up again. It's like, boom, I forgot you were
See,
as
that is spot
I forgot
on.
you were as interesting as that, or I forgot you knew how to do that. And so I think that's more to the point of, you know, it comes from the left and you don't even see it coming, but your souls have already, they've been working hard to get these in line.
Excellent. That is spot on, and we'll talk more about that. But these cards, they tell. All right. So, and someone said, Peter, you said Ruby Costello. We'll get Ruby in here. All right. Yeah, we can do this. All right. So we're getting down to the end. Amber, SJW, Steve, Beloved Abstract, Nina, Project Skyfall, and then Jenny Cat.
All right, SJW. I've been just getting these like chills this whole time, and I'm sweating. Like, I'm like, whoa, what is happening right now? There's some serious, something's going on. Anyways, in my dimension. All right, so SJW. So I got, we got the Star, 10 of Pentacles, the Fool, and 5 of Cups, okay? And then Bride in a Cage. So what I feel with this is that you, being the Star, are dealing with some type of family matters, maybe a relationship. Possibly you jumped into a relationship really fast, and because we have the Fool, or there's some type of family matters going on right now that that is kind of making you feel like you need to find an escape. And you may be finding an escape through something that may not be very healthy for you, you know, whether it be food or alcohol or whatever like that. So, and you're just feeling trapped, you know, it's like, what do I do? You know, I have no control over this. So, you know, just going to have to figure out like how to make yourself happy and healthy and start to handle these energies in a more positive way so that you don't end up creating more bondage within yourself. And the reason why I say bondage is because the bride in a cage, you know, it's like sometimes like we don't have the option of getting out of certain things, you know, sometimes we're stuck with the people around us and what we have to deal with. And so just trying to find a healthy outlet for that so that you can, you know, attach to yourself and then start shifting things. Like I said earlier, is sending out positive vibes to people, you know, feeling what you want to see, like, instead of what's actually going on. It might be a little bit like some people are like, well, I don't want to be in denial. Well, it's not being in denial. It's just shifting the energy, and it might take some time. But yeah, so that's a little bit more of a heavy read. So hopefully everything works out for you. And I'm curious to know if that resonated.
Let us know. You were really feeling that. You could see that. The intensity.
I'm an intense person.
You are. I love that. Thank you. Steve, let's see. Yeah. Beloved Abstract, Nina, Project Skyfall, then Cat. And then after that, we have 3 more, and we're actually going to get it all done today.
All right. What was it? Beloved Abstract?
Yes, sir.
All right. Wasn't I supposed to do Raven? Did I feel like I missed Raven? No? Or am I crazy?
Yes, you were.
That was earlier.
That was earlier. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Just making sure.
Yeah.
The way things are going, and I was following up with Ellen in the chat room for anybody paying attention.
That was intense.
It was very intense, and we're talking about exactly what's going on with her, and we'll see what's up. Anyway, Beloved Abstract. You have the Queen of Bows, the hair, as in a wabbit. Okay, so yeah, you're passionate about many number of things, and so this is a you're in a process of taking everything that's in your list of desires and basically prioritizing them. We have here Raido reversed. So Raido reversed, that is your process. So you've got your passions all organized. But you're not able to really get them going anywhere. It's almost like it's organized, but the king of bows doesn't know what to do with how you've rearranged the room or something like that, right? So Fehu is our energy that works with the reversal. So you have to go look at the things that you have, the things that are within your ability to have, your wealth, right? Your resources. Go back and also have a reassessment of that. Maybe get on the phone with your Queen of Pentacles and ask her, okay, what do we got that's related to all these things that I want to do? And that way you get the tools that you need to fulfill your will. And that is how the energies of Raido get directed, and thus you can go through the process of getting to this destination that you're looking for.
Let us know. These have been some interesting cards. All right, Nina, Project Skyfall, Gina, Kat, and then Amber, you're going to have Ruby, and then Steve, Regina Huddleston.
Regina.
Yep, we should be wrapping it up at that.
All right, so I got take a moment. So stop. Now is not the time to rush into a decision that you're about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward. So hopefully that resonates for you there.
Thank you, Nina. Jenny, Kat, and like I said, we got 2 more after that, and that's it.
Cool.
We actually did it. All right.
Kat, we've got the 5 of Cups for you, so you can see this is a pretty heavy card. We've got a guy who looks like he's passed out after drinking too much, and there's the cups spilled over. Now, usually in the 5 of Cups, it's 3 cups spilled over and 2 standing upright. But this is where, you know, his higher self sort of looking over and thinking, what are you doing here? You know, come on. And so there's certain energy of a sadness. Now, this certain sadness is, I think, through your generosity again, because on the bottom of the deck, that 6 of Coins has come up for you too. So that came up earlier, and it feels like you feel betrayed by something. You feel really upset by somebody's energy or lack of compassion or lack of gratefulness, maybe, for some of generosity of some of what you've worked really hard for to be able to give. And so this is where you can be in this moment for a little while, you can be in this sadness for a little while, but you know, this is where you have to look within, because you can't, well, you can if you want, but I wouldn't advise it to take too long to externalize this and be disappointed in this person, because then that takes it away from you. It takes your power away from you. What you can do in this position to move yourself out of this lowliness, of this sadness, is to look at the reasons why you gave the way you gave, and why you gave when you were still a little bit attached to what you were giving. Maybe you gave too much of yourself, too much, more than you could afford to give of yourself, or of your pentacles, of your physical reality. And that's where you're feeling the real theft here, because you're needing to replenish this. So I would use this time to meditate, take time to replenish yourself spiritually, physically, and emotionally, and you'll be able to let go of of the taking of the pentacles, of the physical that you feel is being taken away unfairly and not given back.
Thank you, Kat. I mean, see, I was,
Welcome.
yeah, I mean, okay. Amber, you have Ruby, and Steve, you have Regina, and I just saw a Tassa, so that would be to you, Nina. And
There
that's
was
all I
somebody
have.
called G.I. Ant, I think, as well,
Who?
to squeeze in.
Who?
G.I. Ant, I think, am I right?
GI, yeah, I think there's a guy named GI Ant in here who somebody vouched for, said wanted one. Yeah.
Okay, so Jennifer, that would be you then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Ruby.
That'll be the last. All right.
Okay, so we have the Empress, Queen of Pentacles reversed, Page of Cups, and 10 of Wands. I feel like there might be a power struggle with possibly a female, maybe on the younger side, maybe a teenager or something like that. Now, this is super specific, so I could read these a different way, but this is what I'm feeling with this. And so like there's this power struggle, this stubbornness that I feel is going on. And it might even be over like money or like, physical stuff like doing the dishes or, like there's just this energy of bumping heads to me. But to understand that to like sometimes just to let go of trying to be right and trying to be the dominant one, and understand that everything that you need is already there. And again, if you're having power struggles with someone, like I've been saying this whole time, is sending them, love, visualizing them doing what you would like to see them do. Now, you don't want to take someone's will away, you know what I mean? But if it's just holding on to a feeling, what would it feel like for this energy to be gone and have this new energy come in? What would that feel like? And then allow the universe to create what it needs to in order for that to happen. When you start dabbling with other people's energies, you don't want to like focus on, for example, like I want so-and-so to be my husband, and I'm going to start focusing on so-and-so to be my husband. Because then you're taking away their free will. The way you want to start manifesting is just feeling the feeling that it would feel like to have that, and then allow the universe to create whatever it is, and then you're not taking away people's free will, if that makes sense. Kind of a weird analogy when I'm talking about a female. For some reason, I'm feeling like a sibling or a daughter, or, it could even be a young man. But to drop your shields, try to let go of the power play there. Understand that there is a higher force that's looking over you, because this is saying you're not alone. Tap into the loving heart energy that you have, and instead of that power struggle energy, and then just trust that things will shift as long as you accept that it can shift. Okay.
Thank you, Amber. Love the stag. That's cool. Steve, I think it's Regina, and then we get the last two in here. And thank you, panel, for really going over. Appreciate it. All right, Steve, Regina, and you got the floor.
All right. King of Vessels, the Heron, reversed. So this is a matter of your emotional reactivity, effectively. Your emotional authority. You might be really you might be lashing out. right now, or perhaps incapable of making an emotional decision. And this is because of Uaj has popped up. So just understand that these emotions that you're going through that's screwing up your authority, it's because the underlying issue is there's a process going on of destruction. Right? There's something that's coming to an end. There's something new coming in. This is the death rebirth, the wheel of fire. So just work on your ability to accept, to let go, to let go and be willing to accept the new. Perhaps the new is not clear yet, and that might be part of the reason why it's so upsetting, or you may be afraid of what's new being worse than what once was. I mean, this is a New Year's Day reading, so if this is a New Year's reading for you, just like everybody, we've just gotten out of 2020, and so we're giving 2020 a big middle finger, because this is the least celebratable year that we still celebrated, because gratitude, and now we're moving on to what we hope is an end to crap.
And we move on, huh?
Right.
Yes. That's fantastic. Thank you, Steve.
Well,
Nina, Tessa, and then Jennifer, I guess, Giant.
All right, Tessa. So we got stay connected. We are all born connected to spirit, often known as a divine source. Yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from the connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to the source. So if you haven't lately, then this might be a good time to reconnect again with your guides and angels and source, or whatever it is that you
Grounding. It's always that grounding.
by the way, I just caught the 333.
Did you?
Yeah. I just noticed it a minute ago. I popped it in the chat room. Like, 333. I caught one.
All right, Jennifer, take us out.
Okie dokie. So we've got the 7 of Wands for you, GI, and this is where the underdog. There's people who've underestimated you. You can see this guy's on the top of a hill, and he's defending himself with a wand that is flowering, and there's like these faceless wands coming at him from all directions. This happens when you're starting to stretch yourself outside of boxes that you've either put yourself in and or other people have put you in. And so, but you're at the vantage point. You're at a point where you've been quietly working on yourself and quietly growing and expanding, so that you already were at the top of the hill before people noticed you'd broken out of whatever cell, prison, box you'd been put in by, again, yourself or others. There's a balancing of the two worlds. When you're moving into this new direction that you want to go in, that you're passionate about going into, the 2 of Pentacles comes up, and this is balancing of 2 aspects of your physical reality and how you do that. And I think this is more the fact of you're going outside of the box regarding what is expected in your family or friends or circles in general. You're sticking out like a sore thumb because you've done a lot of growing and expanding in yourself. So, they're not happy with that, because then that puts up a mirror to them. So you but while you're making these moves forward in a new direction, you're still juggling the other aspect of your reality. You can only juggle for so long before you get tired and end up having to consciously drop a pentacle and focus on one aspect and go forward, or it does it for you. You get tired, you get your arms just drop, and you drop everything. So be conscious about the fact that you want to juggle, you want to be kind to others that are feeling uncomfortable about your growth and expansion. Go figure, but that happens. But you don't do that for too long. You don't need to do that for too long. The High Priestess is another 2 that pops up, and then the 2 of Wands is on the bottom of the deck on the other one. So you've got 2, 2, 2. So look out for seeing the numbers 2, 2, 2. This is speaking to you, getting a lot of information from within about the occult, the hidden you, the hidden aspects of you, and finally you've just come of age or something where you're ready to not be afraid of the judgments and the sneers and things, because you're being also spiritual, and the silly also 3D things that people throw at you, the stones that they want to throw at you when you reach outside of the box that you've grown up in. So it's good. You're the underdog, and it is really it's desirable for you to go forward and for you to make of it what you will, and you're going to make a lot of it. You're going to do well, but stick at it. Don't be pulled down.
And
Sometimes-
remember not to throw stones at other people as well.
That's
I'm like feeling that.
That's so true, Amber, because that's when it said like the flowering wand, it's not a weapon. It's like his fruits are showing the way that he doesn't need to prove himself by lowering himself to anything that like that, to throw rocks back or stones back. It's
Right.
his fruits are showing, and his fruits are even showing what he's passing down to these other people. It's like on a Disney movie, or another movie where they dance along and the flowers grow underneath their feet, because they're in the right path, they're on the right alignment, so wherever they go or wherever they touch, flowers would pop up because they just the fruits are going forward. So you're totally right to pick up on that. I think that was important for this person to know, because I think that's one of the old worlds that's being dropped here, that 3D needing to fight back kind of world.
I agree with that.
And when you start changing and you start evolving, you're going to get pushback, especially from family and friends that aren't used to you being that way. They're going to push back for a while, but eventually everything starts to, and then you'll notice they're going to start changing too. And then they're going to start evolving.
They start flowering actually, because the ones are hitting this person and they're getting flowers back. It's like, oh damn, I wasn't expecting that,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted a rock, give me something to throw back at you, but there's nothing to throw back but love, because you're giving them exactly what Amber's been saying throughout tonight. If you throw back love, there's not that much they can throw back at you, but fruits, love.
Fantastic
Beautiful.
way to end it. Panel, I know you really went way over and beyond. Thank you, everyone who's there. We got everybody, and if you weren't on there, then you came in very, very late. And anyway, thank you, everyone. Have yourself a strong end of the week. Make sure to support our panel. Their information is there. Go over there. You've seen them. You know what they are capable of doing. Show them by giving a little appreciation. They can always use it. Panel, stay with me. Thank you again. You're the best. We'll see you next week. Everyone, enjoy it, and thank you for the new year.